So Russia's just dropped a bombshell, and I'm not talking metaphorically. They've unveiled a new weapon, the Oreshnik missile, and it's got a lot of people very worried. In this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what this thing is, what makes it so dangerous, and what it all means for the global balance of power.
So you gotta ask, right? Is this the weapon that could just completely bypass everything the West has in terms of defense? That is the billion-dollar question we're gonna dig into right now.
Okay, to get to the bottom of that, we really need to understand what we're dealing with. Let's talk about Russia's new hypersonic missile, the Oreshnik. And trust me, this isn't just another piece of hardware. This thing could genuinely change the game.
So, the name you're hearing everywhere is Oreshnik. What is it? Well, on paper, it's a medium-range ballistic missile. But it's got this one feature that's absolutely terrifying. It's hypersonic. And that kind of speed, it could literally rewrite the rulebook for modern warfare. All right, let's look at the specs here, because this is where it gets really interesting. We're talking about a hypersonic missile with a range that can easily cross 5,000 kilometers. And get this, it's not just one warhead. It can carry multiple warheads, conventional or even nuclear. I mean, you take any one of those things by itself, and it's a problem. Put them all together, and you've got a serious threat. I really want to hammer this point home. The speed. We're talking Mach 10. That's more than 10 times the speed of sound. To put that into perspective, imagine getting from New York to LA in less than half an hour. That's the kind of velocity we're dealing with. For any defense system, the reaction time just shrinks to almost nothing. But here's the real kicker. It's not just about how fast it gets there. The most dangerous part might be what it does when it arrives. See, it's not a single shot. It's got what they call a MIRV system, which basically means in its final moments, it splits apart, releasing multiple warheads that can all go for different targets at the same time. Think about trying to defend against that. It's a nightmare scenario.
Okay, so you've got blistering speed, multiple warheads. Yeah, it's pretty easy to see why NATO is more than a little concerned right now. But this goes beyond just the tech specs, you know? This is about the bigger picture, the geopolitical chessboard. So when you boil it all down, what's keeping NATO's military planners up at night? It really comes down to three core issues.
And here's the bottom line, straight from the experts. The Oreshnik might just be unstoppable. Its speed, its flight path, it could potentially fly right past our best defenses, like the Patriot system, before they even have a chance to lock on. That is a truly terrifying thought.
And it's not just about the what, it's also about the where. Russia isn't just building these things, they're deploying them. By putting the Oreshnik in Belarus right on NATO's doorstep, they're drastically cutting down any warning time for Europe. It's a classic power play, sending a very loud, very clear political message.
So that brings us to the big debate. Is this thing a genuine game changer that rewrites military strategy? Or is it more of a political tool, a really big, scary bargaining chip? Let's dig into that. You've probably seen the headlines calling it a superweapon. But is that real, or is it just hype? You know how the media can be. Let's try to separate the facts from the fiction here. Well, the truth, as it often is somewhere in the middle. Yeah, the Oreshnik's capabilities are seriously impressive, no doubt about it. But it does have its limits. For one, they don't seem to have a ton of them deployed right now, and it's mostly being used as a tactical weapon. But, and this is a big but, defense technology never stands still, and that's something we can't forget. So, where does that leave us? What's the big takeaway? The Oreshnik is more than just a piece of military hardware. It's a symptom of something bigger, a new and arguably more dangerous arms race.
Look, the Oreshnik is a bold move on this global chessboard, for sure. But here's the thing about chess. Every move invites a countermove, and you can bet that the race to figure out how to stop this thing is already well underway. And that really is the story of military history, isn't it? It's a constant back and forth. For every new sword, someone invents a new shield. It's just a never-ending technological race. So, the Oreshnik is a wake-up call. It's a stark reminder that the strategic balance is always shifting, and the quest for military superiority never really ends. It just leaves us with one big question. What's the next move in this high-stakes game of air defense?